So just a heads up, this video will be showcasing two deck lists, one with Neos Fusion and one without. So don't get scared off by the Neos Fusion in the intro. Enjoy. We have no way of dealing with this. He'll just negate our monster effect. Maybe he doesn't know. Alright, well, maybe he won't negate. Just don't negate, forehead. Wait, you're not negating? Why are you not negating? That is what we call a small brain right there. Absolute pea brain.
Card games on motorcycle.
What I'm looking for is some indication of a brain.
So there is just one day left until the totally impactful ban list goes live. But lucky for us, the skill update came out a day early, which means we get to play around with the new updated version of Ultimate Dragons, which now not only gives you a copy of Neo Blue Eyes, but also Twin Burst, as well as the ability to gain a Polymerization from turn 3 and onward. Now, like I said at the start of the video, I'm going to be showcasing two deck lists, one with Neos Fusion and one without, starting with the non-Neos list. I'll only go over the cards in these decks briefly, as outside the Twin Burst, there isn't nothing new added to the game, so keep that in mind. The aim of this list is pretty simple. Try to get 3 copies of Blue Eyes into your hand or onto the field so you may fusion summon Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. For those of you that have never played this card, its effect allows you to attack up to 2 extra times a turn by simply sending a Blue Eyes fusion monster from the extra deck to the grave for each attack. But keep in mind, it can only use this effect if it's the only face-up card you control. Once it is in the grave, it can then be banished whenever a card effect targets a Blue Eyes monster to negate the activation and destroy it. This list now also has the option to summon Twin Burst. This card cannot be destroyed by battle, and it can make up to 2 different attacks against monsters during each battle phase. If it attacks an opponent's monster and that monster is not destroyed, you may banish that monster. Now I'm going to be honest here. In this version of the list, you won't be summoning him all that much, as it's nearly always better to summon Neo. This card is definitely more useful in the Neos variant of the list. To help summon your boss, we are of course using the White Stone of Legend, which when sent to the grave may add a Blue Eyes from deck to hand, which makes it a perfect target for cards of Consonance, which can help send it to the graveyard and then draw an additional 2 cards. It is also a target for Sage to not only search for, but also to use for its effect to send to the graveyard to special summon a Blue Eyes. This list also uses King of the Swamp, who may act as a substitute for one of your Blue Eyes when trying to do a fusion summon, as well as being a Polymerization searcher by simply discarding him. Next up, we got the Neos list. Now the main difference you'll notice when playing this list, besides the obvious Neos, is you can now summon Twin Burst Dragon a lot more often, and it becomes a lot more viable. This is generally because Neos gives you a bit of follow-up damage to go along with Twin Burst, who generally is only good for board clearing since his bonus attack can only hit monsters, so you can't really use him to OTK your opponent. You need something to follow up as extra damage afterwards. The main reason for Neos in this deck is that Neos can be used to send stone straight from deck to the grave, as part of its fusion summon of Brave Neos, making it real easy to fusion summon into your boss monster on the following turn. Keeper is obviously your main search for Neos fusion by simply discarding a card, but keep in mind this discard effect is actually really useful in this list, as it can be used to discard stones so you can search for Blue Eyes, or you can use it to discard Blue Eyes to then resurrect with Keeper's secondary effect. Alright guys, that's it for the talking part of the video. The rest of the video, we'll just see a bunch of gameplay showcasing the deck list in action. If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, comment if you have any questions or feedback, make sure to check out my Discord, Patreon and Twitch down below, and if you happen to have $1 lying around and wish to support me, feel free to click that join button down below to support me directly, as well as gain access to a few little neat perks. Enjoy the gameplay!
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.